talking for some time now, and we've been discussing on customer attraction, satisfaction, and retainership. Sometimes I don't know if I'm making sense at all. I don't know if what I'm saying connects with you. But one thing I would want to ask for is you may not like me, but I like you to like the video. I like you to follow our page and then engage. You can also make your comments. If what I am saying, connects with you, please let me know. Let's have a feedback from you. Or you have an idea or a business, let's talk about it. Me, I'm also running businesses. I'm also creating platforms and systems. So I like to know what works in your own sector, in your own industry, and in all that you do. But right now, what I want to talk about, because we've been maintaining how to grow the customer base, I have found out that the engine of every business is customer or customer base. So I like to talk from the point of my most recent system, which I just created, the laundry and industrial cleaning services. We've just been open for a few weeks or a few months, and I can tell you that we have served over 50 families or 50 persons, Now, but I like you to understand the magic and the power of numbers in my own industry, in the sector where I operate right now. Now, setting up, I have a target because I will have to run my numbers before I will even open the shop. And that's the mistake I wouldn't want my fellow entrepreneurs and those who are running into businesses to do. Number one thing to do is to consider what is going to be the margin, what's the value of this sector that you want to play in. What is the value, the net worth? What's the value? How much share are you going to take from the value of the industry or the market value? Now I had to do a check in the laundry, I had to do a check in the cleaning services and facility management, and I saw that the amount of money in this sector is so much. Now, what matters is what market share are you going to take? Now, in considering your business, of course, you have to consider site and location. Where do you want to do this? Now, for a laundry, you are not going to do a laundry when you are in an island. You have to do the laundry where people are staying, where people are living. And of course, for Abuja, you have estates everywhere. So you need to find a prime estate where you have people who can afford to pay for the services. We have these customers, those who are paying and those who are potential customers. So find an area where you have these kinds of people, these two persons, those who are paying, who have capacity to pay, and those who are going to grow into the service that you want to render, or those who are going to buy into your business in a very short while. So now you need to find a place. And when you do, what number are you looking at? I've shared the story of how I started the laundry business or how I ventured into laundry. Not like I have passion for washing. In fact, if I can tell you what I hate most is to wash. But if you put money, I can wash mine and wash yours, just because of the money motivation that is in it. So I never liked washing, but I have started washing because I stumbled into this opportunity. I was going home someday and I saw, that in my area there's nothing like this that exists. And if I wanted that service, I can't find it. So I felt like I should come in to solve this problem. And what attracted me was that in my area, we have about 250 or more buildings or families living in the same gated estate. So that's a huge number. And of course, whatever that you're going to sell will make it. So I told myself, if we have 250 people, that's the market share. I'm going to take like 100 out of these persons. And of course, these are middle class income earners, who are comfortable. They are bankers, they are corporate persons. They can afford to pay for their bills whenever you give to them as per laundry. They wash clothes. So it would have been easier and more convenient that they are going to give to me, being in the estate with them, to give me to wash, and then I return to them. Now, the numbers I began to look, I said, that was when my eyes were open, because I used to be among those who look down on those who wash clothes or the laundrymen. So I now began to check the numbers, assuming that I'm going to wash these clothes for 500 naira per shirt. In some cases, it doesn't hold anymore. Some people wash for 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, depending on the class of the laundry. Now for the same thing applies in the industrial cleaning or the facility management. How many estates are you managing? How many organizations are you managing? And all of those. So, but I'm using the laundry as a case study. I said, if I am doing at 500 per shirt and I have 100 customers in the area, I want to show you the power of numbers. Now, what I will do is that the 100 people who are going to give me their shirts, I have them as customers. And 100 of them, I am sure, will give me their clothes in a month because they will have to go to work. And I'm not counting, I'm just looking for 5 days in the week where they can just give me their clothes to wash for them. Now, what I did is 500 by 500 people in a day, 500 naira for each shirt, and I multiply it by 100 customers that I have. They may not give me these shirts at the same time. They may not give me the same shirt, the same day they wore it. But they can wait for the weekend and they give me what they have worn for the whole week, Monday to Friday. They can give to me and now say, okay, wash and return. Now imagine in 5 days they are paying me 500 naira by 100 people. That is 50,000 naira in one single day. What is the salary of most people? I don't want to go into that so that it won't be like I'm insulting some persons. But 50,000 naira every day can change lives. And now I do this for 5 days in a week. That's about 250,000 naira for only their shirts. 250,000 naira from 100 persons. Now I can also wash these clothes in 2 weeks. That means I'm going to be having 100,000 naira. In 3 weeks, I'll have 150. And in 4 weeks, I'll have how much? Am I correct? 50,000 per day by 5 is 250,000 naira. By 4 is 1 million naira. So if I have a customer base of 100, I am making 1 million naira for washing only their shirts in 1 month. Now, my responsibility now, I didn't count in the trousers, I didn't count in the duvets, I didn't count in the cottons, I didn't count in the gowns, I didn't count in their wives, I didn't count their children, I didn't count their brothers, their sisters, their dependents, and all the other things that they want me to wear. I didn't count the rugs, I didn't count the carpets, I didn't count every other thing you can imagine that is washable. And at this rate of 500 naira, which is very minimal and very much affordable, and I have 100 customers, that means I can as well make more than the 1 million naira that I just calculated. By the time I add the trouser and add other things, add the suits, whose prices are different from just 500 naira per shirt and all that, you see that it is very feasible and possible to make 2 million naira if you can do so. Now, if you do this mathematics, you will be motivated to now go and chase these 100 customers wherever they are existing, because your singular responsibility is to go and grow a customer base of 100. And if you can do this, you are already sitting on top of the money. But I want to tell you something. These customers will have some expectations. It's not just to bring them, they will have expectations. And number one thing you might need to do in this sector that I'm using as our case study for this discussion, that you must have speed. You don't keep these things for too long. You don't keep the clothes for too long. You can just do this in 24 hours. What are the strategies you're going to put in place to make sure that you can keep 100 customers and satisfy them? You must have speed. You must give value. Value is that any money, that 500 naira they are paying you, or 200 naira, or 50 naira they are paying you, you must give them value for that singular payment that they are making. Make sure that the clothes, if they want it starched, that is well starched. If it's iron, that you must iron well. If it is packaging, you must package it well. For myself, I like to have my clothes ironed and put in the nylon, and then I can keep it in my wardrobe. Whenever I just bring it out. And then what kind of detergent are you using? Is it harsh on the clothes? What fragrance does it come with? When they open the clothes, is there something that is interesting about wearing that particular clothes? Every singular cloth that enters your hand must have a story. There must be a story behind every singular cloth that comes into your hands. So, what value are you giving? Are you giving them value? Are you giving them speed? Are you respecting the customers? Respect isn't just about saying good morning. Respect isn't just about saying, thank you, we appreciate your service. It must also reflect in what they have when you are no longer available or when you are no longer before them. You must show some level of respect, how you package the clothes, how you guard it, how you prepare it, how you even deliver. You must show some level of respect. Do you ask them to come collect, or you're taking it home? And when you take it, you just drop it in front of the house and walk away. How do you deliver the clothes? These are the little things that you might need to add that will help you to attract these 100 customers, 100 quality paying customers, not just having 100 as a number. But there is a problem. Most people who run this business do not even take cognizance of counting and knowing their database and all that they have. So these are little things that people will be asking for. They want their clothes well ironed. They want their clothes well washed. They want it crispy. They want it fine. They want it clean. And the other thing is that somebody who sells what do you call it, chewing stick, that doesn't use it. There's a story of someone who sells chewing stick and doesn't use it. And when he was asked, why are you not using the chewing stick? He said, if I use it, it's a shortage. So there are people who will wash their clothes for others, but they don't wash theirs. They'll bring their clothes, you'll bring your clothes, and then when you smell them, it's awful. So you also need to be neat and clean. So the customer expects that the man managing their wardrobe has to be a clean person, has to be classy, has to be informed, has to understand value, has to recognize the value of the fabrics that are given you, and then has to show some level of care in managing these fabrics. So these are little things that you might need to do. And when you put it in place, from one customer to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. But the point when you will know that you have arrived is when you have these persons referring other persons to you. That's when you can tell that you're hitting them, or that you're satisfying them, or that you're impressing them good enough for them to refer people to you. And don't be so pricey that you can scare people away. Focus on the number. If you have the number, it doesn't matter how much they pay, just the number. Keep growing your numbers. Give yourself some targets. What number are you going to meet in the first week? What number are you going to meet in the second week? What number are you going to meet in the last week? And all that. When you do these arithmetics and do your projections, set your strategies, and then pursue it, you will hit the 100 customer base that I used as an instance in this story. I am sure that beyond laundry, you can apply these mathematics and these numbers in your own business. How many plates of wood are you going to be selling per day? How many plates or how many plots of land are you selling in one day? How many persons are coming in to cut their hair or make their hair or braid or all that? So how many persons are coming for the makeup? How many persons are coming? What manner of business are you thinking about? Photo shooting, whatever. There are opportunities everywhere, but the problem is that we don't painstakingly analyze our businesses, and then we don't do the numbers, we don't run it, we don't know. So nothing motivates us. Everybody likes money. So when you do these numbers, it will help you to realize that you're sitting on gold. Every business works. Every business is good. Depends on the person that is pushing it. If you are motivated, it will show in your business. If you are not, it will also show. If you have leadership and you think, it will show. If you don't, it will also reflect. So we are embodiments of our businesses, or we reflect our thought patterns in our businesses. So I want to wish you well as you make some changes or some adjustments. But please don't go without making a comment in our comment section, and then tell us what you're doing in your business. We can also look at your strategies if you want us to. Let us see what you're planning and what you want to do. We can help you. This is something that we have been doing over time and over time, creating processes and creating systems, and they are all working. I'd like to see you at the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you. Like and follow our channels. God bless you.